Yeah, Dan, I imagine you probably feel like you got exactly what you hoped out of that.
Yeah, certainly. We started the game with, our white squad, which is certainly the group in practice that, goes against the starters every day. And, I just wanted to reward them. I thought they'd been, amazing all year. They'd made some sacrifices with their minutes at different times and their roles, and I just thought that group needed to be rewarded today, and I thought they got us off to a good start, executed well, and then obviously the plan today was to get good minutes into everybody. My experience in going the last game and when our spot was secured before was if you rested people, you only rested people because they had a niggling injury or something. If they were good to go, you need to play people, and I thought we got good value out of playing a good opponent today. And there was some situations in the game where we had to fix some things, and I thought we fixed them quite quickly and were able to continue to push the margin out. Probably didn't rebound the way that we wanted, something that we got to do a little bit better job of moving forward. But did some good things sharing the basketball today, and good to see 27 assists there.
Yeah, like you said, you pretty much got good moves into 9 players, and I would imagine Barbara will be okay for the start of the playoffs. So everybody got a good run, and I imagine everybody's feeling pretty healthy, including Dave.
Yeah, we've Dave Barlow. We just wanted to make sure his minutes were kind of the lowest of the group that played today. And Bubba was really close this morning when we come in and shot. And but yeah, there was no need to push that one at this point. And Dave Anderson was actually really close. He's just had a little bang on his knee, and so we've kind of made sure that we can get him to 100% before we put him back on the floor as well.
And Shea, how are you feeling now heading into the playoffs, both about the team's duties and your own form? You're probably pretty close to being in career best form.
Yeah, feeling pretty confident as a group. We came out today and we wanted to come out and keep our good habits in the game, and I thought we did that for the most part. Looking forward to Friday.
You've always been an outstanding playmaker, distributor and defender, but this season your shooting's been at an extremely high clip. Are you pretty happy with the way you're travelling personally?
My shot's feeling pretty good. That's why I put up 11 threes. But yeah, just, I got to stay confident in shooting that shot and punish them if they go under.
How are you feeling heading into the playoffs about your chances? You still don't quite know, I guess, exactly who you're playing or where you're playing, but how are you feeling about how the team's travelling?
We're ready for anyone. We've been a tight group throughout this whole year, and we feel like we have the best chance of winning this championship. So we're ready to work this week. Doesn't matter who we have. We're going to go out there and play our best.
And Dean, are you any closer to knowing where you might play in those home semi-final games?
Yeah, it's looking a lot more like that. We'll play our home semis in New South Wales. There's still a couple of venues that we're looking at, and we think we can get that locked in pretty soon. But some of the wives and partners have moved up to New South Wales maybe 4 or 5 days ago or something like that as well. So the opportunity to play in New South Wales and have our families and some of our families join us is going to be great.
Thanks, guys. That's it from me.
Cheers.
Any other questions before you go, Shea?
Yeah, I'll throw a couple in. Dean, obviously, it's been a season of such uncertainty. I guess it's almost fitting that it continues that way into the finals.
Yeah, it's kind of a full circle. We started our season here when we never thought we were going to play our first game in Adelaide when we were sitting up in Cairns, and now you end the season in Adelaide when we should be playing at home. now there's the daily information about have we progressed in what's going to happen in the finals, who's going to be our opponent. It's still probably could be till Tuesday after Tuesday's game that you don't know who your opponent is, and so again, the teams that have dealt with that, and I thought our group early in the piece said, just give me all the information, give me everything you know, and then we'll be able to deal with it. And so I think our club and our team has done a good job in sharing information, processing it, and then moving forward. And it's going to have to be like that for the rest of the year as well.
And as far as a tune-up goes for that final series, I mean, how did you sort of, I guess, straddle the line from wanting to get some minutes into guys and, making sure that your big guns also sort of stayed in rhythm?
Yeah, we're on a set rotation today, and we put the minutes where we wanted to put the minutes today. We put the lineups that we wanted on the floor at different times, and it was structured in a way that certainly the groups that played together, working out, what the priority possessions were in that. But we've got to a point where we're going to use some set plays in the finals, but I think we've got a good understanding of just how to play basketball and how to move off each other, how to read off each other, and when you get to finals time and you're heavily scouted, the teams that can space it well, play a good pace, use screens well, move the basketball, and at times our turnovers have been a little bit high, but some of those have been opportunities that we see and then we talk about them, and to see 8 turnovers today, if we can repeat those kind of things in the playoffs, we put ourselves in a good position.
What's the mindset? Are you one to just sort of say, okay, regular season done, let's start again from zero, or was it like, no, we're the big dogs after regular season's done, we're going to carry that into the playoffs? How do you approach the series?
Yeah, not at all. 0-0. Every team that's going to make this final series has done an amazing job with their group and their chemistry and their structure of their team to be here. And such a unique situation to say home court advantage isn't there for us. We don't have our fans, and we've had a great away record so far, but we know we have to go to someone else's house, whether that be Illawarra, and the Phoenix one would be totally different to play if we end up playing them in the semis, to say neither of us have home court advantage and how we deal with that. And at least we've had those experience in Cairns and playing Cairns in Sydney with no crowds, and this game here being a home game but really being an away game. So we just take the knowledge that we learnt from being a good road team this year and taking on the challenge wherever we get to play.
So it's likely Wollongong in your understanding?
I think there's again a couple of venues, and they obviously have to be NBL compliant in New South Wales. So one of those is Wollongong and certainly Kudos, and so the decisions will be made soon about where we play those games.
Darren Snowden, I'll start at you if you like.
Thanks, mate. Dean, not only is Tuesday night important to learn who your semi-final opponent is, but it's also final game for Andre in charge of the Bullets. What are your kind of overwhelming thoughts about seeing Andre finish up after 13 years in the league, and obviously the relationship that you guys have had over the years?
Yeah, I kind of looked back at that game. Was it last year where they had to beat Cairns by 40 or whatever it was, and and he did an amazing job coaching that game to get him a chance to win it. But I think this one's a 77-point margin. So I think Statsman put out there was an 88-point margin somewhere back in the league in the day, but we certainly don't see that one happening. But he'll go out the right way. His team will play unselfish basketball. I thought when he coached the national team, on the world stage, everybody was talking about the beauty of the way that his offense moved and the way that the ball moved and the way he shared it. And I think he'll be remembered in this league for all those things. I'm sure he may even come back one day back to this league again. But he was amazing for me to learn under. And a lot of the guys who have played for him are going to be very good coaches down the track as well. And so there'll be a legacy that he leaves for a long time in this league. And not only as a head coach, he was assistant coach for a long time as well with Stacker, and before he got his opportunity. So played in the league as well. He's been in this league for forever. So done so many things, and I guess. The hope is that one day he comes back and, he looks to be a general manager and has another influence on the league as well.
Thanks, Tim.
Cool. Any final questions, guys? You can go now, Shea.